Here's a little something we left on the cutting room floor for the 2023 ACE Awards. Brad Williams.
I did one night in Edmonton, Canada. I woke up at 3 a.m., fly to another country, do a show. I got the 6 a.m. flight back. I am back home at about 11:45. And I go, I'm going to bed. I haven't slept in over 24 hours. She goes, oh, but I need some help with the and I'm going to bed. And then I showed her the check for one fucking show. And she's like, okay, that's great. I'm like, that's great. That's 1%. That is the 1% of people that decide to do, you know what, I'm going to do open mic night. And from them to go on to the hosting and to go on to featuring and then to go on to headlining and then to start actually selling tickets. Then for a casino to somehow pay you way too much money than you're actually worth. Don't tell them this. I'm like, I am in the 1% of the people that do this for a living. And you just, all right, you just all right at the 1%?
Happy New Year. The 2024 ACE Awards this December. Let's get back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Starfish is the name of the specials available now on Veeps, and also shows coming up. Saturday, Libero Theater in Santa Barbara, and then Sacramento at the Crest Theater. Beautiful location. That'll be January 19th, and then Balboa Theater, January 20th, San Diego. So support our good friend Brad Williams.
And I'll say this.
Comedy.com.
The theater at the Ace Hotel, February 10th. Now, I've been getting this message a lot. People are like, well, the Ace Hotel's closing. Is the show still happening? Yes, the theater is remaining open. So the theater at the Ace Hotel, tickets are available. Get your tickets. I want to play that theater so bad. I saw Coldplay at that theater.
Wow.
And now I'm going to play it.
You're not
it's going to be awesome. Now, I'm not. I agree with you. Now, they just brought up that clip from the ACE Awards, which, thank you. Now I'm remembering the fight that led to that rant, so thank you. But I have a little problem. I don't have problems with the ACE Awards. I think the ACE Awards this year were great. I listened. It was awesome. My friend Ted Koppel, though, he's angry. Thought he was snubbed for best impression.
I agree.
Yeah. Because, all right, so what happened? I lost to Kyle Dunnigan.
Well, Ted, I'm not in charge.
Kyle fucking Dunnigan? How many Emmys does that guy have?
I don't think he has any. Maybe a local.
He doesn't have any Emmys. But I'm Ted Koppel, god damn it.
No, listen, Mr. Koppel, obviously we don't have to go through your resume, and especially compared to Kyle Dunnigan's. But I don't have any part in selecting the clips, winners or losers. That's a committee.
I got a beef with you.
Well,
is it because I'm not dirty enough? Is Teddy not bringing my Pornhub search history? Do you need something more salacious?
Well, we do kind of an adult branded show here, Ted. Yeah,
I can do that. Did you know I'm into BBWs?
No, what?
Teddy boy's into BBWs.
That's kind of car?
No, something a lot better, and you can fit inside a lot nicer.
BBW.
Fit inside.
Bed and breakfast.
No, it's not a bed and breakfast, but you'll want to stay a while. That's for damn sure. I love me some BBWs. Did Kyle Dunnigan talk about his love of BBWs? You want to talk about being inclusive?
No, he does have an Emmy for Outstanding Original Music and Lyrics from 2015, though. I know, not you have a chest of drawers filled with Emmys, Mr. Koppel.
I wipe my ass with Kyle Dunnigan's Emmy.
Oh, wow.
I hosted Nightline.
I know.
Listen, I'm Teddy fucking Koppel. All right? When I go down to the Bunny Ranch in Pahrump, Nevada, they have a room named after me.
Really?
Yes.
A lot of BBWing going down out there?
A lot of BBWs.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
I would have never known just from watching you on Nightline that was your thing.
Yeah.
Why do you think I did so much reporting from the inner cities?
Oh, black bitches. Damn it. What's the B?
Who's the Asian guy over there? Google BBW right now.
Google BBW.
Is that a work computer?
Yes.
You guys really don't know?
No, I don't know.
Big-breasted women.
That's BBW?
Yeah.
I thought it was big black women personally. That's what I thought BBW
It
was.
must be
They
black.
might be the
if
same.
Dawson said breasted. I'm just playing the odds here, Dawson.
Wait.
That is
Go-
a good odd to play.
Go around the
I'm gonna
room,
die on
find
this hill.
out, ask people who work in the office what BBW means. See what they say.
I'm seeing Bath and Body Works.
I mean, I love a good candle.
Build
Don't
a
get
Bear
me wrong.
Workshop.
Build a Bear Workshop. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I like. I like Build a Bear Workshop. My favorite kind of porn is sticking
bear.
a midget inside a bear costume and fucking it.
They so what does BBW in the porn parlance stand for?
Type it into Pornhub.
All right, it is. Okay,
There's guys screaming at their
I'm
phones
seeing both
right now.
big black and big breasted women on Pornhub right now.
All right, I'm not
so
wrong.
It could be both.
If you just Google it, it does come up with big, beautiful woman, but that's not what it was. It was big-breasted women. It meant, and it was always nomenclature for overweight girls.
Listen, I like big, I like breasts, and I like black. If you could have a big, beautiful breasted black woman, put that in your Dr. Seuss book. I'll smoke that.
Well, maybe a third B is
Yeah.
necessary for you, Ted.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
Not at all. I think we're on familiar terms once
think so, too.
once I share my Pornhub search history of BBBBWs.
I forgot to go incognito. Shit.
So, breasted or black? What's the consensus?
There's a Reddit page that said it used to be internet slang for big black women.
That's what Ted's.
That-
Where
That's
Ted's
where
coming from.
Ted's at.
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
That was in the late '80s. I'm
Wow.
I like me some chocolate.
Yeah.
I agree.
That season.
All right, should we do a little
Them
news?
white women have candy asses.
So
Next year, I'm bringing that trophy home.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Now,
you earned it.
read the news to Ted Koppel.
All right, Ted. So do you know who Natalia Grace is?
Natalia Grace, is she a BBW?
No, she's a LBW.
She's a little person.
Yeah. So she.
Oh.
Yeah. So Natalia Grace Barnett. There's a documentary. Called,
I know what this is.
Series called The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, where this family adopted a little person. Mm-hmm. And they said that they thought she was a child, but she started showing some.
Well, she's
weird,
from like Russia or something, right? Or was she from somewhere?
yeah. I want to say Ukraine. Let
Okay,
me double
yeah, that
check
kinda makes
on that.
sense.
But but yeah, so she started displaying some weird tendencies to where they started getting suspicious, thinking she's a lot older than they thought. They thought she was like a 6-year-old girl, but now like I think she's actually somewhere closer to being like 22 or 23, and so they're actually afraid of her. They
They
noticed
made a
like,
horror movie about this story.
Well, The Orphan
The Orphan, yeah.
was I don't know if it was based on this exact
Yeah.
story, but it was just weirdly similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they noticed that this girl had pubic hair. That and they were really worried
on.
about her. Ted, no. Anyway, so they basically changed her birth certificate to saying that she is 23. Now, she doesn't really speak English. They gave her like an apartment. They eventually she moved into a different guardianship, and these parents faced charges of neglect of a dependent. And so
But what happened?
so they finally did a DNA test. And it turns out that she was a kid.
How do they? Can they tell
Wow.
you how old you are by your DNA?
Yeah, there's
guess, yeah.
They use a special medical lab that specializes in biological aging based on DNA methylation.
How'd they do it?
Blood
Like,
sample.
cut her open like a tree and count the rings? Like, what happened?
No, they get a saliva sample, and if it has a little snow cone in it, it means you're under 10.
Oh,
Because
okay,
nobody
okay.
over the age of 10 eats a snow cone.
Unbelievable.
What
yeah.
they did is they put her in front of R. Kelly and they said,
right.
are you attracted to this woman? And he said, yes. And they're like, oh, she is a kid.
He does.
Holy shit.
He did the PPW, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want a PPW. I'm also into that. You don't like a little golden shower every now and then?
You know, as a guy who's probably been urinated on way more than I'd like to admit, no. But I always stood by the fact that I'd rather be peed on than spat on. I don't know where you guys come down on that.
Well, if you spit on me, but you call me daddy,
Yeah,
now I'm into it.
that's right.
Yeah, because I don't see people. I don't know. Just I find being spit on very insulting.
Yes.
Whereas being peed on,
It's
I
a
think
tip
there's-
of the cap.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of love.
right.
I think there's a little bit of love there.
A lot of love there. Yeah, that's right.
But saliva purely insulting.
well,
Yes.
I mean, you pee,
Just such disrespect.
that's why the adage is you only pee on the ones you love.
True.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Put that on the next coffee mug. I have not watched this docuseries yet, but I feel like I have to, just so I know what's going on in the world. Because there was like this thing, people thought she was an adult little person,
Right.
that just looked very young.
And she was faking it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong. A version of this can happen, and I had a time where I was at a dwarf convention, and dwarf conventions. The organization is LPA, Little People of America. A bunch of little people go into a hotel. We have meetings. There's dances. There's sporting events. It's a really great thing. But the main purpose of these conventions is boning. You gotta find someone to bone.
Yeah.
You're friend zoned the whole year, and then you go to a convention, and all of a sudden you're hot.
Yeah.
Get at it, buddy. Have some fun.
Yeah.
So there's dances every night, right? And so one night I'm going up to this lady, and I'm just like, I'm about 14 years old, and so I probably just got my pubes at that point, and I see this redhead, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This lady is something. And I go up and I start talking to this. I start talking. And she starts talking. She's really into me. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. I'm really into her. She's really into me. I'm 14. And she goes, do you want to go up to my room? And I'm like, you have a room? That's awesome. Oh my God, your parents are your parents are so great. They let you have a room. You're so independent. They trust you so much. We're walking out of the dance. And she asked me a couple questions, and then I give the answers, and she goes, "Oh, you fly here, you drive here," and I was like, "Oh, well, I don't drive." She goes, "What are you talking about? You don't drive because you can't afford a car?" And I go, "No, I mean I'm not old enough." And she goes, "Wait, what?"
Whoa.
She goes, "How old are you?" I go, 14. How old are you? She goes, 34.
Whoa, dude!
I had no idea.
Wow.
And she had no idea. But to answer your question, the sex was great. No, it was not. That's a joke. But yeah, that was a moment where she thought I was her age or her in my 20s, and I thought she was my age
Right.
in my teens. So I'm not saying it's impossible. It can happen.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's the place where you should be overly cautious, I think.
at a dwarf
Right?
convention,
Yeah.
yes, very cautious.
Do you still get checked for ID?
Yeah, but they just check the height. You walk in there like 5'2". No, you're not allowed in here anymore. What are you talking about? But yeah, I haven't been to a dwarf convention in a long time.
I'm back there.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. These are the lessons I will teach my daughter, because she's a little person. When she starts going to these conventions, always ask for ID.
That's right. Yeah, you could be like a keynote speaker at the next one. Come on. Speaking of dwarfs, so we had Jay Moore in here yesterday, and he was singing the praises of the Willy Wonka movie.
How dare he?
Really? So you're not
How?
gonna watch it? You refuse?
No! Why would I watch it? Fucking Hugh Grant's an Oompa Loompa? Hugh Grant. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very, very awkward Oompa Loompa. That's what I'm so sorry.
land-
Timothy Chalamet. Gene Wilder is my Wonka, and dwarves are my Oompa Loompas. Fuck this. I'm not gonna watch it.
I
It might
saw
be
it.
great. It might be great. Do not give a shit.
I thought you didn't need to see yourself on the screen. You.
I not someone else playing me
Yeah.
when they said it's too offensive if dwarves are playing
Is that what they
dwarves.
said?
It's a whole thing.
It was
a-
a whole thing. It was a thing.
It was a weird. I saw the movie, and it was a weird land that was half white people and half black people, but they didn't have any other representation of any other nationalities, which is weird.
Yeah.
But it sort of said to me that the other nationalities don't really matter. Like, you can't make a movie with no black people in it, but you could make a movie with no Asians or no Hispanics or no real dwarfs.
I don't like that.
And
don't wanna live in that world.
It was weird that obviously Timothy's the lead, but the second lead was a black girl, and then like one of the villains was a black guy. It was a weird world. It's just black. It was about 80% white, 20% black.
Right.
in this village, this mythical village, but there was no otr representation, which is weird.
South Africa.
Yeah, that's right. Sun City.
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. Oh, so it's I'm protesting that movie. I'm not going to be watching it. It might be good.
Doesn't matter.
You might like it. Don't care.
Timothy does a lot of singing in it, and he's not really a singer, so that might slow your roll a little bit. But he's okay. I mean, he pulls it off, but he's clearly not a singer. Nah. But it's a big fat musical. I didn't know it was a musical. I sort of forgot that there was so much song. This was all song.
Okay,
nothing but
because if you watch the Gene Wilder version, that's a musical too. And it's great. I love that version. But so it's not surprising that it's a musical, but they didn't really advertise it as one.
No, I feel like they thought that may keep a certain amount of Americans at home.
Right.
But it's a musical, 100%.
Okay.
I was flying home from Scottsdale the other day, and on the plane they had the movie. They had Willy Wonka, and my wife thought it was the new one, so she was really excited. She's watching it. It's the Johnny Depp one. She has no idea. I'm just letting her watch it anyway. I don't need to tell her. And she's to this day she still thinks she saw the brand new one.
That's a keeper.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm in too deep.
Yeah, and she doesn't listen to the podcast, so you're fine.
No. All right. I want to get your thoughts on this. This is kind of a weird story. So police are investigating the first case of rape in the Metaverse after a child was attacked in a virtual reality video game. The girl, she was under the age of 16. She's hanging out in the Metaverse, this virtual reality place with her avatar.
Okay.
And her digital character was gang raped by online strangers.
Wow.
Whose idea was it to put the rape button in the video game?
Yeah.
Who's like, all right, we have jump, we have attack, and we have rape.
Yeah.
What? How can you do that in a video game? I don't know anything about the Metaverse. I'm 40. I'm not going to know about the Metaverse. But that seems like a flaw in the design of the world. If there is a rape button,
it reminds me of the B-side by the Baja Boys. Who let the rape out? Who let the rape out?
I don't know the lyrics to that one.
That's the B-side.
That's the B-side. Yeah.
The B-side.
They never play that one.
Mutton Chops Rob doesn't know it either.
Yeah. That seems like okay. Bad on the people that did this, but also why does that have the capability of exist? The whole thing about the Metaverse is that you can design it. It's rules.
It could be a perfect utopia,
could be a perfect
civilization,
utopia of palm trees and beaches and not rape,
no violence, no stealing.
What the fuck?
But I mean, every third video game's a first-person shooter thing, right? Everyone's getting shot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but there aren't even rape buttons in those.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto doesn't have a rape button.
Right.
No.
This one does? Jesus Christ.
So obviously she didn't suffer any physical injuries and there wasn't an actual physical attack, but officers said that she suffered the same psychological and emotional trauma as someone who's been raped in the real world. And so they're investigating it.
Yeah. Well, look, if they find him guilty, then they have to go to virtual prison and be virtually raped by a black dude.
This is all very, very strange. So obviously it's bad, but then it's like, okay, is the same punishment? I don't get it. And this is a controversy.
Yeah,
it's a very fucked up statement I'm about to make. People that have actually been victimized by rape and by the horrible crime that is. Can you imagine their reaction when someone tells them, "Oh no, this woman was virtually raped," but it's she suffered the exact same mental anguish that you did.
Right.
What?
Yes.
No?
I agree. And I feel the same way about the sort of bastardization about sexual assault. Like he put his arm on my shoulder in the subway. That's not you being sexually assaulted. And if you are actually sexually assaulted, that's very insulting to hear that.
Yeah, the ones that were going after, like, I think it was George Bush Sr. for his...
They put his hand on her butt when they're taking pictures.
Who's my favorite magician? David Copperfield. And then
right. Can I say this? There is no sexual assault if you're being photographed. because it flies in the face of people who actually want to sexual assault. The people who actually sexually assault people don't go, let's get a crew in here. No one says 1, 2, 3 or say cheese, and then you sexually assault somebody. Like Al Franken, they made a big deal of it. He took a picture of it on purpose because he was making a joke.
Yes.
When you're actually, you don't want to chronicle it if in fact you are going to sexually assault. So anything that involves a photograph, if it's posed, not off the table of sexual assault.
Yeah, like, and then to say that she suffered the exact same. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't bad for, like, yeah, it could, and depending on how old you are playing that game, it could be traumatic.
And then what if like you dreamt of getting raped? You suffered emotional trauma as well,
right.
and you wake up and
blame the Sandman. Yeah, we're going nuts. But I will say that our virtual lives and our actual lives are starting to coalesce. They're coming together to a certain degree, which is when I was young, there was no virtual life. There was just your life, you know. Yes. So you could get raped, or you could get in a motorcycle accident, or you could get shot, but it all was analog. It happened. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then people started a virtual life. And I mean, a virtual life is just seeing pictures of yourself and film of yourself over and over doing everything. Like you dancing at the Lakers game from 8 years ago, that's your virtual life to an extent. It's a digital version of you.
It's the best version of you.
Yes.
You think Brad dances in real life?
No,
Throw on some tunes and find out.
I'm not
Cue the
saying,
Baja Men.
I'm not even saying it's good or it's bad. It's just thousands of hours of you doing stuff, which never existed before this generation, you know? So you can find, for me, between the ages of 0 and 30, there's 11 pictures of me. So literally 11. There's not 15. I hope you're sitting down, but my parents didn't get the wallet size and the desk one. As I said, my dad didn't have a wallet or a desk. So where was he going to put the pictures, you know, from high school or junior high or whatever? I didn't exist. There was no virtual existence. Now, I can go online and I can watch a man show bit. I can watch me racing a car. I can watch an appearance on Tucker Carlson or something from 4 years ago. There is a virtual me now. And as we start moving toward this world, like every kid is going to have them, and then they're going to have their virtual selves.
Yes.
My kids have tons of photographs and tons of film and footage of them doing everything. And so there will be an alternate version of you that is floating around in the cloud that is your virtual self. And now it's going to get skewed a little bit. The lines are going to be skewed. Now, this person's 14. They're playing video games. They're coming up with avatars and stuff like that. There will be a virtual you, and it will have psychological repercussions on what happens to that version of you. Like, Brad, let's say we took that film of you at the Lakers game from 8 years ago.
Yes.
And let's just say LeBron James dropped his shorts and skull fucked you while you were dancing. That would hurt your psyche.
Don't type that into AI.
That might damage if you'd had a couple of drinks and you watch that could damage your psyche a little bit.
Physically too. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all.
A little bit. I'm not saying it's not damaging. I'm saying that in comparison.
Yeah, that was just an example. It's probably not going to happen.
Sure.
All right. What else? Sorry.
So there are these travel mugs called Stanley cups.
Yes. Not the hockey trophy.
Right.
The best trophy in sports.
Right.
No, not that one.
No,
Yes.
this is like, a Yeti, but these are big travel mugs with a straw and handles are huge, and women love them. And so they just came out with limited edition colors that they've been posting on social media. Like they came out with red ones that they put out at Target. They put a limit. You can only have one or two. And here's a video of women just flocking.
Why do we need 7 quarts of water when we're just living in air conditioning and eating all day?
Right. So as soon as Target opened, they sprint.
Yeah.
They sprint over and they just clear out this rack and they.
Wow.
You know, you can get women to go. This is. I have this theory, which is women don't really need quality. They need other women wanting the thing that they want, and then they
It's the same thing with their men.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's Pete Davidson syndrome. All you have to do is get Ariana Grande to suck your dick once, and there'll be a line going out the fucking door to your house for the rest of your life. That's all you need is another woman wanting you. That's how, and that's why, remember you'd be like in high school or junior high, and you'd be like, that guy's not even good looking. That guy, and the girls, they love it. They love him because the girls love him. You have to knock the first domino over, but that's what you can get women to do.
Yeah. Right.
Men won't do that. If it's a stupid travel mug that holds 17 liters of your favorite drink, we're not interested.
Right.
You can't get me interested just because there's 15 other dumb shit dudes running toward the display.
Yeah, when the Pokemon Go thing was happening, I never was like, well, I've never looked at a Pikachu once in my life.
Right.
But all right, now I'm going out. Like,
Right.
I didn't do it for a damn second.
So these cups are going for $50 now. They're on eBay for
$50?
$100. Yeah, $50 retail, but they're going on eBay for a few $100s because
You can get a cup that does the exact a $50 cup.
So these are
The Yeti cups are like 15, right?
Oh no, they're
20?
a little more than that. Yeah,
More than that.
But so these are the limited edition red ones, but now they came out with pink ones for Valentine's Day.
Oh, boy.
And there was a line outside of a Target
boy.
for the pink ones at a Starbucks, and a guy wants it so badly he jumps the counter and steals a box, and we'll play that video too. Yeah.
All right. Let's see that.
So a dude did this because probably he's going to just go and resell it.
Guys, this
Right.
is insane.
So this woman's just live streaming it. So he takes it, he jumps the counter, grabs a
him.
box, and he's now getting stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a smash and grab that didn't work out.
So they won't stop you if you run in and grab a bunch of Louis Vuitton
No.
purses or whatever. But if you
I'm in line for this.
if you dare touch a Stanley Cup,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they stop him. This
Yeah.
guy's all right now. He's squaring up to the guy who tackled him.
I do love it when the guy who's doing the smash and grab is insulted that somebody intervened.
Yeah.
Like, what is the meaning of this? Good day, sir. I'm going to take my top hat and I'm going to lean it forward and I'm going to walk with purpose out to my chauffeured Bentley. Like, look, you can be pissed off, you can be agitated, you can be disappointed, but you can't be insulted that somebody stopped you mid-crime.
yeah, man. The other thing that drives me nuts about these videos is the person filming, but then all the people filming.
Yes.
Whenever this shit's happening, like I saw a video recently of a guy who was at a tailgate, and I think it could have been a Buffalo Bills fan because they were jumping through a table or whatever, but it was on fire.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And then he gets set on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
And then everyone just starts filming the guy. He's on fucking fire.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, well, I got to get this.
Yes.
I can put this on the Metaverse.
Yeah. What? No, put him out.
Right.
Stop, drop, and roll. Like,
I
what
felt
the
that way
fuck?
with Ian Ziering getting attacked. Like,
Yes.
no one's going to stop
Yeah.
this?
No.
Yeah.
So like you have
You
the
can
person.
do it. You can do it with shark attacks because at that you're on the boat.
Yeah,
fucking
what
else
brake
can you
lights
do?
in the water.
People are going to want to see this later.
What,
Yeah.
what am I
going to do? What am I going to do?
But like the guys running out, and so many people are. There's 8 people filming, 1 person actually stopping. If
Right.
you could all get together and stop, it's an easy job.
Right.
But
Right.
then they're all just like, and it's the oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, somebody should. Some human
Some
being
capable person,
should
please.
do something
Yes.
right now. It's
Stop
like
him.
You're
Right.
the person.
Yeah.
Also, if you grab a Stanley Cup in front of me, I ain't stopping you.
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
on.
jumping in front of
Have
you.
fun.
You ever
Yeah.
sat inside the actual Stanley Cup, Brad?
Oh, I was baptized in it.
Oh, I could see that. That's a video.
That's a power move
I'd
right
watch
there.
the shit out of
Speaking
that.
of shark attacks, did you hear that story of like last month? Don't look up this video, Byron, because I heard it's graphic. But this guy was attacked by a shark in Australia, and he filmed it.
Oh, but
His
he
own
lost,
shark attack?
He had
Did
a
he
GoPro.
lose his leg?
Yeah, he lost his leg.
Yeah, I know.
His own shark.
And he's like, oh, I better
Imagine-
get the GoPro on me.
Okay, so there was a scene, and I think it was Zoolander 2. Yeah, I saw Zoolander 2.
I did too.
Right in the beginning, Justin Bieber gets murdered, and right before he dies, he's taking an Instagram photo and he's like choosing the correct filter.
That's right, yeah.
Like he's scrolling through the filters.
That's a
Like,
good joke.
no. It was a joke. Now it's real.
Yeah.
Now that's just a documentary. That's what people. If you're filming your own shark attack where you lose a leg, you. If I'm getting shark attack, I'm trying to remember every weird video I've seen of like, all right, punch him in the nose. Do I run scared? Do I like what animal?
Right.
It's like, do you get big? What? Well, if that's the case, I'm fucked. But like
I gotta frame this shot.
yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all. Just a shark is biting your leg, and you're like, should I do regular or landscape, horizontal? like what? Fucking hell!
Yeah, I'll
get
tell
out,
you though,
get out of the shark's mouth.
That guy has a great and promising future as a wedding photographer because people go like, look. They say it may rain, and I really need to know that you can handle this. If it don't worry.
I got it.
Well, I'm just saying some people with the rain coming down might feel like, believe me, trust me, I'm done.
I can do this.
More extreme circumstances than a little bit of rain.
A little bit of rain's not gonna.
All right, now remember, I got a sister-in-law who can be a little bit fussy sometimes when she drinks. I can handle a little stress. Do not worry, I will not stop clicking those pictures.
Does your sister-in-law have razor sharp teeth
that replace themselves after they're embedded in my femur?
I'm good.
All right, we'll take a break. Joshua Green is next. He's a New York Times bestselling author and has lots of really interesting thoughts. Starfish, Brad Williams, that's the name of the special.
Yeah.
And it's on Veeps.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's also, Brad has a lot of live dates. Go to bradwilliamscomedy.com.
Over 70 dates in 2024 and counting. We'll be announcing more countries. So, yes, bradwilliamscomedy.com. Get your tickets, and it's a different hour than the special Starfish, which is on Veeps. So come on out and enjoy.